Well, good morning. We had time change last night. The beauty of it is that we will have sunshine a little later in the day. Downside, for today anyway, is that I'm trying to play catch up and it's killing me. I'm trying to get out of here and he does not seem like he's gonna let me off the hook without taking him for a walk first. Guess I better throw the ball a couple times. Oh, a windy day. I hope it's not windy all day. That would be no good. Gonna be hard to put siding up with this kind of wind. You ready? So I timed it, and it's taken 29.12 seconds to pump a gallon of diesel. This is a 100-gallon tank, and it was empty. That's 50 minutes, basically. I'm at 58 gallons, so I would guess, another 40 gallons that it's going to take before I'm done. So I'm here for another 20 minutes staring at this stupid thing. You just can't make this stuff up. Welcome back. It is the afternoon. Had a lot of little tasks we had to run today. Unfortunately, they ate up a lot of time. Now, the last time we were out here, we were out front putting up siding, we were struggling. I'm sure it was kind of comical and it wasn't funny to us, but we were struggling. I MacGyvered something together here today in hopes that it is going to help us do an easier job of getting this siding up. Only one way to find out if it actually works, and that's to try it. We're going to stand it up, and this is the outside. Okay. This is the bottom. Yeah. So walk it up. Okay. Not gonna make it, right, because the apparatus is in the way. Right. It's too high. Right on the corner, dead on the corner. bad. All right. So we talked about yesterday how easy it is to use these shears. And Jafana she made one cut yesterday, and before that she's never done this before.
So
other side.
What do you mean other side? Like
You want to keep this.
Line.
You want to keep this. This is your throwaway. So since you want to, this is your throwaway piece, right, and this is what you want to keep. You set the inside edge of that on the line, and that way all this gets kept. That gets cut. Nice. Straight. That's very smooth, nice and straight. That's exactly what we want. The bulk of our cuts are straight. Some of the cuts require a little finer detail, and those are made with the jigsaw. But the jigsaw never runs for more than 10 or 20 seconds at a time. Over and over again, we've run into the same problem. When we put these boards up, the soffit gets in the way. The pitch of the roof comes down, and we keep forgetting that we need to slide the top of it up underneath. I'd like to think that we'll eventually catch that and we won't have this problem anymore, but it sure seems to be taking us a long time to catch on. I think my little invention is a good idea, but just because it's a good idea doesn't mean it's the right idea for this situation. It's just too tall, it's too thick. So we had to abandon that, throw a wedge up underneath there, and resort to just using a plain old 2x4, and every once in a while throw another board up underneath of it for leverage. Lift up.
Oh, no.
That one's broken. We can do it again. Can't lift up like that. Set aside. Don't just stand there. We ain't gonna make no progress like this.
Oh, waste. Can't we?
Can't paste it back together. We can use this for something else because, honey, it's a board. It's a board. The board doesn't have a gap in the middle of it. You can't paste it back. That ain't gonna work.
Can't you just paint it? Like,
no,
cover
no,
it with
it'll show. It'll always show. No, we're not doing that.
There's got to be a cement little patch thing.
Oh, I'm not. There's no. It doesn't exist. You can't do it.
How does it not exist? That does not make sense.
Are we gonna argue about this right now?
Yes.
Because I would just like to move this sheet and do another one.
Okay. Where do you want to put this sheet?
Let's take it over there and lean it against the wall. What could we do to make that easier? I could put a 32-inch piece at the top, a 32-inch piece at the bottom for those lengths, and then we can just do a smaller, we can just go from there. We can just do whatever.
Okay.
We're going to make this easier so we don't have to lift all this stuff up here. We can fix this. Are you pushing it all?
A little.
Okay, you want to basically just let it do the cut.
Okay.
You just move it, glide it through. You focus on keeping the blade, that piece flat against the board.
Okay.
All right, keep your finger off that trigger if you're messing with that. Okay. Or you're gonna end up. There are lots of opportunities to have arguments. Some of them are worthwhile and some of them just aren't. You got to figure out whose team you're on and be on their team. Because sometimes you're the one who's screwing things up. I measured wrong. So we can fix that. We're still using that same piece we broke. We're just making it into smaller pieces that are manageable to cover the first 32 inches, and then we're going to get another full piece. cut the other side. I didn't realize that. No! I don't wanna!
Well, you're just gonna make a knot. At least
I know.
at least you're not wasting
Shucks.
As I mentioned before, you better not pick fights, because sometimes you're the one who makes the mistake. We took that board back and I cut it wrong. We cut a piece of it off and salvaged it at 32 inches and moved on.
Well, as you guys can tell, God, I hope I don't have paint on my nose. As you guys can tell, we're out of daylight. It's the first day of daylight savings time. I didn't set my watch. I couldn't figure out why it was getting dark all of a sudden. I thought we had another hour to work. We don't. But here we go. This is not quite a third of the wall. Almost a third of the back wall is done. I gotta say, for a couple of people who have not done this before, I'm pleased with what we got accomplished. I always want to get more done, but it is what it is. And on this front wall, we got about 22 feet done yesterday. So I am, like I said, there's a whole bunch more to do. We barely scratched the surface. We've only used 12 sheets. So out of 70, we got a whole lot of work left ahead of us. But as we go, we're gonna get better at it. So we're gonna get faster. I think we'll get to the point where we can do at least 10 sheets in a day, maybe more. We got a couple of gimmies over here on some of them. Once we get to the top, especially in the front, yeah, I'm not really sure how we're gonna pull that off. I'll work that out when I get to it. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate y'all watching. We know you don't have to. Hope you come on back and check us out again. Hit that like button if you could. It boosts us up in the algorithm. We'll see you next time. I'm about to fall down and break something. Huh. That looks really good. Ain't no progress like this.
So much waste.
Yep, that was $55.
Each board?
Cha-ching! Yep, each board. $55.50, as a matter of fact.